sense motive that? I mean,
His body language changes as he says it.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
That.
Just those words sounded very suspicious and not like something that was correct.
Like, why would he just throw them
Shoot.
away?
Yeah, you rolled it.
Damn it! Why?
Rogue's lying.
Bro.
Fucking. Do I even need to roll?
I got no ranks in bluff and really low skill.
Amazing.
Everyone shakes his head.
So you just toss them out.
Or did you
They're all
eat them all
almonds.
yourself?
Sounds like a bit of a waste.
It was.
Bro.
Well, to be fair, I did try to give them several times without success.
I was never there.
They weren't meant for you.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, to share, sure, but... Yeah. Forget about it. The almonds are gone.
What a shame.
Uh-huh. You're just keeping them all for yourself, then.
No.
Okay.
If continuing sense motive, he's not lying about that. The almonds are gone.
I suppose this was something we could share.
Well, I heard rumours of wine. Rura looks up at Akiyama.
Well, I was keeping it for a special occasion. Originally, it was going to be once we escaped the dark, but then things kept coming up, and there was never really a good point. But Akiyama would get out this very, very nice-looking box. It's clear, like it's been engraved with like swans, and it's got a lot of work and like put into it, and it looks very expensive.
Yeah, it's the best box wine you've ever had.
No, and it
Got a little tap on the front of it.
yeah, got a little tap on. No. And he removes the top, and there's kind of a green fabric you might know, Captain might know as felt if they're like super, either really poor or just like really didn't really know stuff too well. Might not know what it is, and out would take out a very nice looking bottle of wine, as well as 2 wine glasses. That's also in the box.
If I can no longer get drunk, I'm going to be very upset.
There won't be enough for us to share to get drunk.
Really? Like, not even, like, pass around a cup with, like, a sip?
Well, no. I have 2 wine glasses, but tankards are a lot easier to come by.
So
It's
is there
like
an...
with his cookery like kit stuff, like Chet's before, like yeah, I've got like cheap cups and tankards and whatever.
Yeah, so are you saying there's not enough for us to share?
I'm saying there's not enough to get drunk off. We may have a
Huh.
glass. At least.
Well, all of that wouldn't have been able to get me drunk anyway.
Don't need to be bragging
off.
here.
Oh, are you a lightweight?
That comment actually makes Arceus kind of chuckle at that.
I mean, if everyone wants to partake, I don't mind sharing.
Yeah, cool. Val gets up, goes over to you, holds out his hand.
Right, nods at Akiyama. Thank you for sharing. But
Thank
that
you
does
indeed,
raise another
it's
good
quite nice.
does raise another good topic of conversation. First time each of you were drunk.
So it's around this time, you guys hear a slight rapping on the tree.
Turn to it.
Turn
Time to it. Yeah.
You see an individual kind of standing in the darkness and has a peaceful hand up. It's like, "Oi, you guys setting up camp out here?
Yes.
Yes.
Mind if a fellow comes in, steals a little bit of your heat?"
What
Sense
does he look like?
motive.
So
Yeah.
many sense motives.
You look at him,
Thank
he
you.
seems to be a shirtless, Actually kind of wounded,
Shit.
looking half-orc.
Do you mind if I ask how you got in that state?
Natural scuffle, mate.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's well and good, but I'm just wanting to make sure you won't be a threat to anyone here. So,
No threats, no threats.
You're
Utterly
alone.
peaceful. Yeah.
Sense motive.
yeah, I'm sense
Ten.
motiving. Like, do you want me to roll a sense motive of every individual statement, or just keep one roll?
It doesn't seem like he's lying.
And I don't have a problem with it. Okay, I'm gonna turn to everyone else.
Yeah,
Shakes his head.
I heard the music a while back and saw the campfire and, not many people out here that far from the road. At least nobody that you want to run into.
How did you get hurt? Graves had a very serious look on his face.
Yes, you're kind of speaking about yourself with that statement.
A light scuffle.
With whom?
Scuffle with who?
A couple of blokes trying to get something from me.
What?
What? Oh. In the fizz, he's asking all the questions here.
Ro looks like he's ready to kill a guy.
I mean, okay, so you just got in like scuffle. Some people jumped you. Is that what you're saying?
Alright, so with Ro giving that look, he's like, whoa. Right. Keep your fire then. Sorry.
No,
Starts to
you
back
don't
away.
have to. Okay, I would say like, no, you don't have to just go. He's always like that. Just
I just sort of elbow roll in the side. Is he like me?
No idea, I didn't check.
so is he still backing off or?
Yeah, he got the message.
No, okay, I would like get up and like kind of go after him a bit.
As he starts backing up, Ro would sit down.
I will as well.
No, so like, do I catch up with him or is he
Yeah.
really just?
He doesn't. He's just backing away from it. Like, all right, weirdos.
No, you don't have to leave if you don't want. That's just
We're concerned.
had a-
is all. We've
I had a
long
bad
day.
last few days, and he's always a bit like that. But I don't mind you being here as long as you.
No, I can read a room. When I'm not wanted, I'm not wanted. It's fine.
No, it's fine. We still have spare stew if you want some of that.
Besides, like, you do look like you're hurt. I mean, one of us could probably take a look at you.
Could definitely have a look at that.
Looking at the wound, it seems to be a puncture mark. That's around his, like, what's the area? Between your neck and shoulder.
Sternum.
Collarbone?
Around there, yeah. I mean, if you're not going to be too opposed to it, and if Mr. Devilman doesn't have an issue.
He shouldn't. Or if he does, he doesn't
He
speak
does.
for all of us.
He has an issue with most people.
Yeah, a lot of the time he glares at me, to be honest.
Good reason.
You learn to deal with it.
I mean, I'm not looking for trouble. I already had it, if you can't tell, so.
Clearly, you
That's
have.
fine. That's fine. I mean, what kind of priest would I be if I just let you go off by yourself?
So, weighing the options, eventually he looks at you and gives us a couple of head nods. He's like, alright. I'll just stay on the opposite side of Mr. Pointy.
Fair enough.
Okay. Feel free to help yourself to the stew if you want any.
Mighty kind of you. So, the individual, he stands out around 6'9". Not overly bulky, but a good average half-orc, might of girth.
Right.
As he comes back to the camp, And you can see now with the camp light shown on him, he has the Requiem equivalent to tribal tattoos going on his back and like stopping right when it starts showing up into the front. But the more intricate version of the tattoo is over his back. As he comes down and sits down, as you move over, and you can do a stabilize on his neck if you'd like.
Yep. Hey, I'm gonna get out this little medical kit and do what he can to make that hurt less. Probably cover it up if it's a puncture wound. You wouldn't want to get infected.
Is Mr. Orcbro armed? Oh, this is going on.
Looking him over, it doesn't seem it.
I'm gonna roll a spot check at his hands and see if like his knuckles are callous like he's a fighter.
Looking at it, doesn't seem like it.
Would you tell us how you got that wound?
Like I said, blokes thought that they could take advantage of a fella running through the forest by himself.
Why are you by yourself?
It's not very smart to run through a forest on your own. It's not a forest like this.
Normally it is. Well, things changed recently, but that's not my power controlling that. Looking at it, Akiyama, his neck seems to have puncture wounds, not by a weapon, but you assume by canines, as if someone bit into him.
You're attacked by wolves, or Inuyaikin, or
Inuyaikin.
Can I sense motive that things have changed line?
I mean, you could, but it'd do you more if you just ask him directly.
yeah, like that's not really something to sense motive.
Do you ask him?
No, let me formulate.
Yeah, but
Well, I'll keep it going. So, what are you doing out here by yourself, anyway?
I don't live too far from here, though. Situation kind of threw me off track, so didn't make to my normal checkpoint when I wanted to. Saw the light. Hoped to find some friendly faces.
Are you a courier?
No.
Okay.
When you say you don't live far from here, does that mean you live in the forest, or
Yeah.
by yourself, or is there other people?
House people from time to time that pass by, but normally, yeah, by myself.
I'll nod, then go back to sit down and start dealing out this wine to people. Akiyama would keep one of the glasses and hand one of the other glasses unless she didn't want any to us.
So are you, like, got some neat ink there?
He has not said his name yet. Oh, these? Had them since I was a little kid.
Oh, really? So your parents did that to you?
It's more of a tribe thing.
Ah, I see. So you got separated from your tribe, or just left? Want to go out, do your own thing?
Everybody needs to leave the nest sooner or later.
I hear that.
Very true. I'm sorry, this is awfully inconsiderate of us. We haven't even asked you your name.
Oh, it's fine. I didn't do the same either. It's Rorik.
It's nice to meet you, Rorik. I'm Melindis.
Is Rorik carrying anything with him?
What it seems like, he has a sash over his stomach and has what looks like leather pants on.
I mean, like bags, luggage.
No.
What are you doing out here, Rorik? You said you live out here, but why? Well, not why do you live here. Why are you out here?
mighty personal tonight, but
You're sat by our fire.
doesn't mean I owe you my life story.
I just want to know why you're here.
You don't have to interrogate him that much.
I sort of look
You
at Akiyama. Like, oh, someone's a look of disbelief. Like, can you really be so naive?
He already said why he was here. He's trying to go back to his house.
And what was his purpose? He's clearly not out hunting. He's not trading, he has nothing on him. So far, we've let a stranger into our camp. Why?
Yeah, he's kind of just like slowly sipping on the soup as Rose like attention goes to you, Akiyama, with the accusing questions.
No, the why was back to Rorik.
As he finishes and chews and eats, swallows. Hopefully, because of better nature, not wanting the injured person to walk out there in the dark by himself, but I can't gauge everybody's emotions on that. That's fine, that's your business.
Look, it's probably fine. We'll just keep watch tonight and be on our separate ways in the morning.
Could you at least tell us who or what to watch out for? More specifically?
You guys not around for you?
No, I'm live near Flame Keep personally.
We're from a lot of places, and we're very cautious.
Kind of rubs his nose a couple of times. It's like, well, you want to avoid, well, not me directly, but other half-orcs like me, that as he kind of puts the bowl down and holds out his lip and shows his two canines that are basically little two large underbites. And you can tell that they're kind of filed down. Avoid people that you come across that don't have these filed, especially in here.
Why is that?
Because they're running with the Thrasher gang. But for half-orcs, that took a little more liking to the orc than the other half.
Right. Be sure to do that.
Would they have anything to do with larger orca horde or tribe that might pass through around these parts?
They were until they broke off because the herd saw them as like poison to them.
Huh.
My old herd.
I see. Huh. Did they take anything with them or just themselves when they broke off?
Can't really say. I heard from hearsay, really.
Alright. Thanks for the tip.
I suppose we're done with the interrogation now.
Nope. Didn't answer my question.
Okay.
I mean...
I'm now sorry about him to Rorik.
I mean, you...
Holds his
Go.
hand up and kind of rubs the temples of his nose.
I mean, okay, so... With you,
Temples of his nose. Bridge of his nose.
so you're cool, you're not wishing us any harm, correct?
No. Matter of fact, as he kind of like rolls his shoulder that's now properly bandaged. I owe you one.
Okay. And you don't wish to harm really anyone else right now, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna just get ran over for someone trying to kill me or knock me out, but yeah, no, I have no ill will towards you or your like.
Okay then.
We have no problem.
Right?
Isn't that
That
right,
was a
bro?
blow.
Yeah.
You're all fucking imbeciles, aren't you? He's a stranger. I don't care who you are, you can't be trusted.
I'm sorry, a person who barely understands to live on Tillith. I think your opinion is not as valuable as it would be in this
I've
situation.
stated many times, Akiyama, you're too trusting.
No, a little suspicion will carry us a lot further in life.
A
but-
little suspicion? Sure, we had a little suspicion.
Then sure, let's take in random strays from the forest. They come out of the woods bleeding.
He wasn't bleeding,
Then
actually.
sit by our fire. Isn't that
Not really
bleeding?
take him in. He's gonna be going on his merry way later.
If we were taking him on a massive trip for months at a time, sure, then maybe have a bit more suspicion, but we're not. This happens a
So you've gone-
lot. Have you ever travelled anywhere?
Yes, and I've made a point of keeping people away from my camp. I've never been ambushed.
Okay.
You have a trust problem.
So do you.
Okay, I was just sipping his wine now.
He puts down the bowl. Thanks for the food and the little fire. I think I'm gonna mosey on out of here.
If that's what you want to do, sure. If
Thank you for
because of
the-
him, then stay as long as you want.
I think there might be a little bit more to deal with here, and I'm thankful for what you did for my shoulder and the food. Scrumptious, by the way.
Thank you.
Good night. Kind of just waves and begins to leave at this point.
Thank you for the info. We appreciate it.
Raises a hand and gives a nod.
Stay safe. So it's not even just demons, just anyone who you come across, huh?
Just that
Random strangers in the night, yes. You're really going to sleep with him by your side? In our
Yes.
camp?
It'd be fine with it.
Really?
I
It
mean,
could be anyone. With the company we keep, we need to be cautious.
We'd be keeping watches anyway. It's not like he'd be able to do much.
it's just one guy.
Just one guy could do a lot.
Couldn't that have been Luxon?
No, there's a.
No?
It would be a lot easier to tell that if he was, especially if he was
sure?
shirtless. If he was shirtless, yes, it's not that. It's very hard to try and keep.
I thought you
This.
said they could be anyone.
There was a Gish in that
Okay,
fucking
okay,
temple. Have you forgotten about that?
Oh, if that was a gish, I would know.
Would you?
Yes.
Check.
Akiyama's gonna say yes.
By-
but
by-
I thought you
when
said
I
he
said
could
he-
be anyone.
When I say he could be anyone, I'm saying he could look like any. Not anyone we know. It's more like he could have taken on any form when he got out of my home. You know, he could
Couldn't
have.
that have been any form?
It. Okay, so you've seen me without all this on. He was shirtless, didn't have a whole lot on him, mainly just trousers. It's very hard to try and keep that stuff hidden.
Both of you, be cautious in the details you speak. I trust he's truly left.
You
Yeah.
seriously have a problem.
We're doing important work. We can't be taking in random strays.
Just keeping in mind, Ro, you did roll sense motives.
No,
As
I
far
trust
as
that he
your
wasn't
character,
lying.
no.
I trust that he wasn't
Yeah.
lying. Doesn't mean I trust him.
You trust that he had no ill will towards your group. You trust that he was not lying that he came here after trying to get home
Yeah.
and get attacked. You trust
He didn't tell
everything
me
he
why.
said that he's believing.
But
If
didn't
you wanted
answer
to act
main
the way
questions
you're
I
acting,
wanted
you
to
wouldn't
ask.
have made the sense motive laws, or you
Well,
would have made
still.
them
Still.
and actually found them to be lying.
Just because he wasn't lying, Ro often doesn't lie. Doesn't mean his intentions are always good.
No, but you know his intent. Like, with
No,
the
I
sense
know
motive
that he had no
laws-
ill will against us. I don't know why he was there. I don't know what he was doing here. I asked him. He didn't answer.
Mm-hmm.
Ro isn't a trusting. Ro isn't an especially trusting guy. Believe it or not.
It is a little bit weird to be wandering the forest at night with nothing on your person.
No weapons. Randomly wounded on your own. Guy
as he
suspicious as fuck.
explained,
Guy
the
is suspicious
injury-
as.
the injury he had definitely appeared to be either a wolf or any I can bite, which he confirmed.
Yeah.
Other than that, the fact of him carrying very little would make total sense if his house was nearby, which again, he confirmed.
But why would he be out in the first place? Like what? Like. Ro doesn't trust this.
Probably
If you're
just-
talking in character, fair enough. Do the shit. But if you're actually questioning me, then.
No, I'm doing this in character.
Alright. That's. Then character Ro would just say, well, I don't trust him. Fair, he may not have ill will against us, but. No one lives this deep in the woods alone. Everyone has motives. And we are people more important than random strays.
Actually, lots of people live in the woods alone. It's quite common.
Really?
I wouldn't say lots.
A lot of beasts can do.
Hmm.
Fairly have any I consider it all the time.
Alone?
Not-
They're
not
usually
maybe.
in packs.
Maybe not necessarily alone, but
Oh, no,
more than
usually
in
classed as feral.
communities. No. What's... Just like, look at you, like, really, like, confused.
I think we would have been alright harboring him for the night, but
I
we should
disagree.
be wary about who's around us.
I am wary, but I'm also confident in my own ability. I
So,
believe.
I don't think anyone's questioning your ability.
Well, either way, that was the thing. But hey, at least we now know there's a half-orc gang that's roaming by. I guess we can't really be too. Would it be nice of us to ask every half-orc we come across to open up their mouths so we can look at their canines?
We should
Probably
avoid.
not.
I mean, if they start, talking to us and stuff, and start telling us, like, oh, we're fine. I mean, I guess I could let you talk to them about that, Akiyama. Right?
In that situation, we should invite them to sit by our fire and eat our stew. Surely.
Well, listen, as far as watch goes tonight, I'm going to try and stay up for as long as I can and see if I get tired.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm going to join you on watch tonight. I won't be sleeping easily.
Alright. Who's taking up second?
I can do it.
Yeah, I could do that with you. And I guess the third watch could be, points to Akiyama and then points over to Arsis.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Unless Mel wants to do it.
No, I think it'd be fun.
I'll take last.
Well, last will be the third, so you can stay up with them if you like.
If you would like to do it, that'd be kind of fine. I haven't been able to sleep very well.
Well, there you have it.
Well, kind of gives like a smirk over at Akiyama.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, but I would like to get a full rest before tomorrow.
That's fine.
This is very good wine.
Thank you.
Yeah, where exactly did you get this from?
Pretty sure I ordered it from a vineyard.
Before the dark.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been holding on to this for a while. Typically, before I go traveling, I would buy a bottle of wine and offer it to some group that's traveling through to effectively not buy my way, but at least have people more happy with keeping me around till I get where I wanted to go.
Oh, so you bribe people with wine.
It's not a bribe.
Uh-huh.
So it's around this time you guys begin to taper off and prepare to go to sleep. Who was the first watch?
It was
Just
really
ours.
nice.
Yep. The rah.
I
Recall.
need you two to make spots or listens.
Boy.
This is the thing.
But yeah, that's that wine gone. Rest in peace.
So how did it taste?
I imagine very good. I don't fucking know wines. I hate wine. I despise it. I just don't
So-
for like wine description.
I hope the other me was satisfied.
Rykor,
The guy was wanted.
sitting here on words. Watch with Ro. You kind of see him like moving back and forth and still visibly bothered about that encounter and the idea of that guy out here.
Yeah. A massively stark difference to how I was making jokes and reminiscing about food and drink.
As you turn back to the rest of the camp and everybody seems to be sleeping peacefully, you move to go ahead and stoke the fire to make sure it stays alive before moving back to Ro, who's still visibly acting off.
I'll just let him stew.
Stu surprise.
I'm not gonna badger him about his feelings if he doesn't want to.
And Ro?
Ro would stew for a bit. After about half an hour, he'd look up. Do you think I'm wrong in this?
In what? In life?
Well, small subjects to begin with. In this situation.
Hmm. Not entirely, I suppose. I land somewhere in the middle. They do seem remarkably trusting without considering what we're going through with Luxon and all that, but I also think it would have been fine to have had him here for a night. We could keep watch on him well enough.
True enough, but... strangers in the night. Especially with what we're doing.
Yeah.
What if Fiona, like while she's on watch, just tore his throat out? What if people know him? What if they came looking for him?
These are all possible, I suppose.
What if the ones that were chasing him found us?
Yeah. But I don't think we're going to get done what we need to without allies.
Of course we need allies, but...
We can't go chasing off everyone we meet just because they might be something.
my trust is hard earned. All of you have earned it. All of you. Him? He was dodgy.
I don't disagree.
I apologize. I apologize to the rest of the group in the morning, but...
I think
What's
it's
going
all right. We should check each other every once in a while. If we're all easily consenting to one person, then I think we'll be doomed for the wrong path.
That's nuts.
So it's around this time, Rykor, in the forest, you assume maybe some odd 200 to 400 feet out, the flicker of what you assume to be a campfire.
Pointed out to Ro. You see it out there?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's him. No, it sounds paranoid, but he probably wants to keep close enough to us in case someone does come after him.
I don't know.
Bro would start like placing rocks around our fire to disguise the glow of it a little bit more.
Help out with that.
Yeah, you do that. You do so. Outside from that, nothing else exciting seems to happen for the watch.
When it comes time for the next watch, have I grown tired?
Not entirely, no.
But can I feel myself being drained from lack
You're
of
not
sleep?
sleepy, you're just weary.
Okay. Well,
How you
it
feeling?
seems, like I could go for a bit, but I think if I went on forever, it would catch up to me.
That's something. Maybe your mind's still living, even if your body isn't.
Couldn't say. Perhaps along with my usual prayers, I'll add a bit more to see if I can learn anything.
That nods.
Alright.
Anyway, I'll go wake the other two.
Fiona and Valrith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As you're awoken for your watch.
Alright. Anything interesting happen?
Well, apart from our conversations, there's a campfire over that way, maybe a couple 100 yards off.
Alright.
Something to watch out for, but nothing serious.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Be a good thing to keep an eye on.
Just clasp a hand on first Fiona and then Asteron and just whisper in his ear. Just watch out for her, alright?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So,
Make my way to bed.
Raka goes to bed, and Rose still kind of standing there looking off towards that campfire while the two of you come out to get ready for the watch.
Right, you going to sleep?
In a bit.
Alright.
I'm sure I'll pass out at some point. Could sleep in the car if I need to.
I really don't think. Did you get like ambushed at a camp one time, bro? Is this where this is coming from?
No, as I said, no, I've never been ambushed. I've never had anyone try and slit my throat in my sleep, but I've heard stories.
Okay. So like no, you're not
There's no
projecting onto
no.
this?
No repressed trauma. No projections. I get he wasn't lying to us, I just don't trust him. I don't trust the circumstance.
Alrighty. Oh, I guess I just sit down and keeping watch, keeping tabs on Fiona, making sure she doesn't slip off for some reason.
Yeah, she sit down next to Val.
We'll pace off a fair distance, other side of the camp. Give him space.
So, how'd you sleep for the last couple hours?
It was alright.
Alright. It's not keeping you from sleeping, right?
It's not, is it? I'm sleeping normally. Ash?
No. That's the last thing it wants. It wants you to be healthy. You slept just fine. Better than you've ever slept, really.
Honestly, it's the best I've slept in a while. Strangely enough.
Oh. Okay. That's good. Yeah, was just concerned, concerning what happened today. But, I'm glad that you're feeling okay. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
She would just be like holding her arms and just looking off into the distance a little.
I'll glance at this, like, upwards. Are the trees completely covering our view of the sky right now?
Not completely, but it's a little sporadic.
Okay. Like, I wouldn't be able to see any specific stars. Like, would I see the Verilini in the sky right now?
You wouldn't know, because you don't have knowledge in astrology.
Fair enough. So, seemingly, looks back at Fiona. After we do whatever we need to do, anything you planning on doing?
Going back to Flame Keep, seeing my sister.
It's been a while.
I don't know if my parents are still alive, but my sister should be.
Alright. I mean, hopefully you find her. Hope you do.
Yeah.
What's your sister's
What
name?
about you? Malin. Her name is
Malin. Me. Well, it depends on how long it takes, I guess. We finish it before a decade is up. I might go off, see if I could find something, I guess. Some form of happiness for the amount of time that I have left.
What exactly are you looking for in happiness?
I guess. I think companionship has always been a big thing with me. Wanting someone there. Thought I might have been able to get something with, but I've been able to. I don't know.
She looks next to you for a moment before looking to you and just sighing. Honestly, that's something that I've kind of wanted to. I've never actually been in a relationship before.
Oh, really?
Maybe after this, I'll go looking for someone as well. Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, never had. Like I was looking for, something. It doesn't even have to be romantic, really. Like something of a family. And I mean, everyone else seems to be. I think they'll be going off on their own. I don't know what. Rose gonna be doing. I mean, he and I basically gotten to this point where we understand that it's probably best if, for myself at the very least, if I were to, after this is all over, distance myself as much from him as possible, and he can allow me a couple more, bit more time on my plate while he deals with his own shit before he has to come by and actually find me. But, I get that. I appreciate that.
She would be looking past you again, just staring past you before looking at you again. I'm sorry. Yeah, I get it. I'm just a little distracted.
That's cool. So what's your... So, are you specifically looking for romance? I mean, if you are, like, what's your... What do you think's your taste?
Well, I mean, I have some good friends, like Arthas, even though we're hitting a rocky patch right now. And I consider you a good friend. Hopefully, after all this, we won't lose touch.
Hopefully.
Honestly, I don't really have a type. I just want someone with a good sense of humor, who's nice.
Mm-hmm.
She she would be looking at you when she said this before, like, looking away. I don't know. Don't really have a type.
Oh, okay. I mean... I talked to Akiyama, before. Yeah, he asked me, if I had a crush on anyone. Told him I didn't really know if I would know that. I don't think I've ever had a crush on anyone. I don't think. I mean, like, I thought, maybe there was something there when I was working with, Luxon, but no, that wasn't anything. I mean, like, he asked if I was interested in anyone here. I was... I mean, if anything,
While you're
told him that
talking,
yeah.
Fayana just looks to be glaring at you hard.
Diana, is something wrong?
She'd soften. No, sorry, not. She'd just sigh. It's not you. It's a lot. Go on. What were you saying?
Well, I was just saying. I mean, I told Akiyama if I was going to be with anyone in this group, it would be you.
She kind of, her eyes would widen at this, and she'd straighten up. What?
Yeah. I mean, you kind of talk the most, and I mean, we seem to, like each other, like, as friends, and, I mean, yeah, you seem alright.
you'd see that, like, she'd be blushing